Now on CoastTV News.
Medical waste washed ashore. Details about the investigation to figure out how something like this could happen.
So far, a dry start to the week for Delmarva, but rain increasing as we're watching a system developing off the Carolina coast. I'll break down the impacts for us coming up next.
Ocean City upgrades. The town's ready to take the next step in paying for a multi-million-dollar project. How it could increase the number of events at the convention center.
Birds are back from Brazil. We look ahead to tonight's home opener for the Eagles on Monday Night Football.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Monday, September 16th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Got a mood check for you here,
Okay.
Paige, as we start the week. NFL, Washington, your team, they won.
They won.
Okay, that's where you are.
That's where I am.
Yeah, my team, the Browns, they won, but I'm still a subscriber to myteamannoysme.com. Don't check out that website. I don't know
My
if it's
team annoys me. It's just a picture of Matt Pensick.
in a sour face.
In
Yes.
a sour face.
And Bob's Jets won.
You know, yeah, Bob, we'll take the win, right? No matter how we got it, a win is a win.
That's right.
Hey, absolutely. W's all around. Great to see that, guys. And good morning. We are looking at a mild and breezy start to our Monday. It's dry out there so far, but that changes down the road. 70 in Rehoboth and Indian River Inlet right now. 64 in Georgetown, 61 in Seaford, but some cooler 50s from Delmarva to Salisbury as we are watching a gusty easterly wind right now, over 20 miles per hour at the beaches. We've been seeing this all weekend long, and those breezes will continue as we're looking at mostly cloudy skies right now, but trouble brewing to our south. This is potential tropical cyclone 8, and it could become Helene, a named tropical storm, as it moves inland over the Carolinas, and eventually that will bring us rain and wind into Tuesday. But for today, it's mostly cloudy to cloudy skies, breezy, mild, and muggy conditions by midday into the mid-70s, and temperatures don't move much into the afternoon. Mid-70s, lower 70s at the beaches, and I don't think we're looking at too much sun today. Maybe some glimpses from time to time, but it's breezy. And we have a couple of yellow alerts tomorrow and Wednesday as well for rain and wind from that system to our south. More on that coming up in just a bit.
Thanks a lot, Bob, for that. We're now taking a live look at Ocean City. You can see the surf, the waves crashing on the beach there. Swimming not allowed in this area in Ocean City after the shocking discovery of medical waste on Sunday. Now, we're tracking the beaches there in Maryland and others in Delaware and Virginia, too.
Yeah, CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber's in our newsroom. Elisa, what have investigators learned so far about this medical waste?
Yeah, Matt and Paige, hazardous medical waste such as syringes could be found up and down the coast on Sunday, and this could be found as far north as Dewey Beach and as far south as Assateague. And Assateague Island National Seashore says at this time it is a mystery as to how this debris got into the water, and that's actually under investigation in both Maryland and Delaware. And nearly every beach where the debris was found was closed to swimmers. In Ocean City, actually, authorities told beachgoers to wear shoes on the sand. And in Delaware, if you see debris, you are asked to call Denrec's hotline.
Now, Lisa, do we have any word on how this could have happened?
Yeah, Matt, this is still under investigation. There's no known cause as to how this happened, and people really are calling it a mystery.
Yeah, and Elisa, beachgoers, obviously, they were worried about their safety, but also they're worried about the safety of birds and ocean life.
Yeah, Paige, this was a scary situation for beachgoers yesterday, and we spoke with some of those people who we're going to hear from later about their experience being at the beach at this time. But people also told us that they were worried about the sea life, who has no choice but to stay in this contaminated water. And they were also worried about birds possibly picking up some of the stuff that washed along the shore. Back to you.
Lisa Weber, thank you for that. Concerns over canal water quality will take center stage today in South Bethany. Locals have raised concerns before over the deteriorating water quality impacting the environment. Past data has proven there to be an issue with the dissolved oxygen levels in the canals, which experts say could lead to less fish and more algae. And according to the town, at today's Canal Water Quality Committee meeting, locals will get an update on the latest water quality monitoring.
Happening tonight, action that could change the look of the Powell Convention Center in Ocean City. It's a plan that calls for upgrades to the facility that could lead to it hosting sporting events. At the Mayor and Ocean City Council meeting, the first reading of an ordinance scheduled that would give the town the ability to issue and sell general obligation bonds up to $6 million, about $3 million for a new generator and replacing the roof. Also, there's about $800,000 for a new floor that would allow the indoor sporting events. These possible upgrades are something one vacationer thinks is a great idea.
I think it would be a great idea because it would bring in, I think, more crowd to Ocean City and boost the economy a little bit because all the sports can be played in there.
And the second reading will likely happen before the bonds can be sold. The other money coming from the bonds would go to golf course clubhouse improvements.
That's not all in Ocean City. Right now, you are looking at Ocean City's newest fire station. The Ocean City Fire Department confirms the ribbon cutting for that firehouse will take place this fall, October 27th to be specific, at 1 p.m. And the fire department says there will be a parade from the old firehouse to the new one on 65th and Coastal Highway.
Happening now, Delaware State Police continue to investigate reports of card skimmers found at several Sussex County Wawas. According to police, they are looking into 3 reports of skimmers found at the Lewis and Rehoboth Beach Wawas over the weekend. Police say while investigating the claims, there were also reports of skimmers found at Wawas near Millsboro and Dover as well. Police say to stay safe from being a victim of these devices, check for signs of tampering, pull on the card slot and the keypad before you use it, and monitor accounts for any false transactions.
We have a developing story out of Worcester County. We now know that Tyler Walsh is the Stephen Decatur High School junior, that is him on the screen right there, who was nearly killed in a hit and run by a motorcycle in Ocean City. The school's saying that Walsh is still battling serious injuries. And then happening today, the school says emotional and mental health resources will be available for students who are struggling with this terrible news. Alongside counselors, there will be therapy dogs and a special prayer this morning by the Fellowship of Christian Athletes for Walsh and his family. The school says Walsh is fighting various medical challenges and says it and Walsh's family are appreciative of the support.
And Ocean City Police did confirm Walsh was in a marked crosswalk when he was hit by that motorcycle, causing injuries so severe he was flown to shock trauma. We're also learning more about the man who's being charged with hitting Walsh, 51-year-old Michael Schneider. Police claim Schneider was drunk when he hit the 16-year-old, and then he rode away. We asked Ocean City Police if Schneider was part of Bike Week, but we haven't heard back just yet. Schneider is now facing multiple charges.
Let's check out the scene this morning in Lewis. This was from moments ago at 5 Points. You can see not a lot of traffic there, and just east of here are the city's beaches, and it is that area that is getting some attention tonight. 2 years after the city floated the idea of having kayak storage racks for people who live or who own houses along Lewis's beaches, the Parks and Recreation Commission might be ready to take the next step. A plan will be presented at tonight's meeting. Supporters hope it will discourage what you're seeing here, kayaks and other items left on the beach grass, by building racks that people could place their kayaks on, like this. Here is where there could be pushback. The plan calls for charging users $75 a year. There could be a vote tonight to move this proposal forward to the City Council.
Also happening today, a possible change in alcohol sales in Dagsboro. Officials will be discussing an ordinance that will regulate alcohol in the town. Town saying that the ordinance would change the town code to only allow restaurants and bars to sell alcohol between 11:30 a.m. and 11 p.m. The ordinance would also set consequences for serving the substance after those set hours. Locals can attend that meeting today at 6.
Happening tonight, it is the 2024 home opener for the Eagles as they will face the Atlanta Falcons. The Birds have had some extra rest after winning in Week 1 against the Green Bay Packers on September 6th. Quarterback Jalen Hurts threw for 2 touchdowns in Week 1. Kickoff scheduled for 8:15, and we'll have more on this game later on CoastTV News Today. The FBI is investigating what it appears to be an attempted assassination of former President Trump. A suspect is in custody after shots were fired at his golf club in West Palm Beach, Florida.
And the former president was on the course, and this is just weeks after Trump survived another attempt on his life. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us what police now say about the suspect and how both presidential candidates are now responding.
A second assassination attempt against former President Trump. This latest happening at his Florida golf course.
Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed.
The incident comes just 9 weeks after another gunman aimed at the 78-year-old during a Pennsylvania rally, killing one and injuring several others. The Secret Service came under intense scrutiny for security failures then. In this case, agents spotted the suspect and quickly took action.
It's my understanding, Eamon, that he was laying in wait, and Secret Service did a heroic job to see a needle in the haystack.
The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line.
Police arrested 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Ruth. Court records show he has a long criminal past in North Carolina. Officials say he now faces federal charges.
This guy's in a whole load of hurt right now.
Officers say a witness played a key role in identifying the suspect.
Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tank, which was great.
In a social media post, former President Trump praised law enforcement for keeping him safe, exclaiming that he's proud to be an American. Vice President Harris condemning political violence, urging all Americans to do their part to ensure that this incident does not lead to others. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
We're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, celebrating Hispanic culture in Georgetown, how thousands came out for the 30th anniversary of a festival that kicked off Hispanic Heritage Month.
Also, District 36 drama continues. We're telling you the latest request from winner Brian Shoup after a recount was denied in the Republican primary.
And seeking safety at the Circle, the latest effort to crack down at crashes in the hub of Georgetown. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
The Delaware Celebration of Jazz presents Cancer Survivor Night, an evening of music and dance benefiting the Beatty Tunnel Cancer Center. Tickets are just $39 and is your chance to make a difference. Show your support by purchasing or gifting tickets today. For more information, visit RehobothJazz.com.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
It is 5:13 on our Monday morning. It's dry. Don't need the umbrella today, but that changes down the road. Bay Health Cam in Dover, 65, mild, muggy, kind of breezy. Some 50s inland as well, Salisbury and Redden. Otherwise 60s, even 70s at the beaches right now. That's where those winds are gusty. They've been gusting all weekend, and they're gusting over 20 miles per hour at the coast. Not as strong inland, but we're looking at mostly cloudy skies, and I think we will cloud up today. We're watching this system to the south, which is potential tropical cyclone 8, could be Helene and could affect the Carolinas as a tropical system, then just give us rain and wind later Tuesday and Wednesday. But not bad on the golf course. I'll say fair. That's the putt today. Cloudy skies, 76, breezy, and kind of muggy out there.
Waiting for a repave in Rehoboth Beach. It was hoped work would have already started on Rehoboth Avenue, but as the project's contractor wraps up another effort, and now looks like the one for the city's main road won't begin until early October. Repaving will start at the drawbridge and work west of the traffic circle. Construction will take place from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day. Lanes will close overnight, and the city hopes this work will be done by the winter. Happening tomorrow in Georgetown, the Circle Advisory Committee is meeting again. The committee was formed to look at how to make the roundabout safer after several accidents in the months. The committee meets at 3 p.m. on Tuesday.
Today, a U.S. appeals court will hold oral arguments about a law that would ban TikTok in the United States. This ban would take effect in mid-January unless TikTok changes from its Chinese-based ownership, ByteDance. The company is challenging the law, saying it violates free speech rights in the United States. It took a couple of weeks, but Disney and DirecTV have ended their dispute. The two sides came to an agreement, and now DirecTV viewers can watch ABC, ESPN, and FX. More than 11 million subscribers had lost access to Disney stations during the dispute that began September 1st. Still ahead this morning, District 36 drama continues. What winner Brian Shoup is now asking for after the Department of Elections denied a recount, solidifying his victory.
And we're seeing buildings seized as we have a storm to our south. Gateway Subaru Cam showing the churned up Atlantic Ocean right now. It's dry this morning with mostly cloudy skies. Dry Monday in store. Then rain develops Tuesday with a storm system across the Carolinas, prompting a yellow alert. I'll detail the impacts for us coming up in 2 minutes.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
Discover the wonders of our environment at UT's Coast Day on October 6th from 10 to 3 in Lewis. Hands-on science, research vessels, and more at this family-friendly event. More info, visit udel.edu/coastday. Sponsored by CoastTV.
NBC Nightly News. Weeknights at 6:30 on CoastTV.
Time is 5:18, and you are looking live at Ocean City as we continue to track the beach closures there. Bob, today you're tracking some rain for later on.
Later on, I think dry today, Matt, but as we move into Tuesday and beyond, that's when we start to see rain. But not so today, but we are seeing the clouds and that persistent breeze out of the east. Here's the satellite picture right now showing mostly cloudy skies across Delmarva, but I'm looking to the south, and we're looking at a potentially named storm as we go through time. This could become Helene, spinning off the Carolina coast. Right now, it's low pressure. It has some tropical characteristics, and it's very wet from Charleston up through Myrtle Beach and into southern parts of North Carolina. They're going to get soaked with rain and gusty winds as well, maybe hurricane force gusts as we go through time, but it's still potential tropical cyclone 8, and it's packing winds of 50 miles per hour and moving to the northwest. So it looks like it's going to move inland over South and North Carolina and then kind of curl in the moisture over the top of us. So we're not going to get a direct hit from this system. It's That's indirect moisture that we will see. But out the door this morning, it's into the 50s and 60s inland, close to 70 at the beaches. And we have this persistent easterly wind with high pressure to the north and that system to the south. Sustained winds 15 to 20 miles per hour at times, gusting over 20 at the coast. Here's Futurecast. Let's walk you through it this morning. We're mostly cloudy. I think we're mostly cloudy to cloudy really much of the day with that persistent east and northeast wind with temperatures into the mid 70s. That should do it, lower 70s at the coast. And we keep it mostly cloudy this evening. And then overnight could see a stray shower. And then it's Tuesday. I think we'll start to see rain developing. Not so early in the morning, but as we go into the afternoon and evening hours, I think we will start to see rain, maybe more than what we're seeing here. And that could pick up in intensity tomorrow night, maybe moderate to heavy rain and breezy conditions as well. Maybe some local flooding and poor drainage areas. And then we move into Wednesday and that rain still hanging around. And we're still seeing that persistent easterly flow. Temperatures stuck into the 70s. We need the rain. And we've got more on the way because low pressure will be hanging around really much of the week into the weekend, keeping those rain chances going right into the upcoming weekend. And as far as rain chances, I think through Wednesday, we're looking at least 2.5 inches of rain. And by the end of the week, we could see close to 3 inches of rain in many places. But the good news is that it's spread out over time. And we're going to see building surf as well, 5 to 7 foot waves along the coast and bigger waves offshore as we go through today, tomorrow, and midweek. And then those waves will start to calm down. But it's those gusty winds, maybe up to 30 miles per hour along the coast and even gusty inland. So make sure those outdoor items are secured as we will see the wind and rain increasing. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Dry today and cloudy, but yellow alerts for Tuesday and Wednesday for rain and wind, upper 70s. We keep it showery Thursday and Friday and even into the weekend as well as temperatures cool off a little bit into the low 70s. Need the umbrella this week and perfect timing for Marcella Nichols from Seaford. She has a new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV.
CoastTV is continuing to cover the 36th District Republican primary, and now winner Brian Shoup is calling for an audit. So to go ahead, take a look at your screen. This is the timeline of what's happened so far. So it was on Election Day, Brian Shoup won by 12 votes. One day after, Patrick Smith called for a recount, which was denied by the Department of Elections for not being within the 0.5% for a recount. Now, the most recent development, Brian Shoup calling for an audit of his election win. So we're going to have more on this situation as more information becomes available.
Up next, celebrating Hispanic culture, the sights and sounds of the big annual event on Delmarva that took place on Sunday. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
I needed to do some safe floor. I slipped in my old floor and I broke my kneecap. I called Pinnacle, they came. The team was very professional. And then when I came home 2 o'clock, my garage was done. That's the best part. I loved it. Pinnacle did a really great job. They did this beautiful floor and safe to walk. Call Pinnacle. You will not be disappointed. You'll be happy, like I am.
Shell's Early Learning Center, child and parent approved.
Shells have become an extension of our family. They've helped prepare our children for school.
I love Shells. My teacher makes learning fun.
Creating a fun learning environment to prepare the children for school.
Shell's accredited staff is dedicated to preparing your child for school. Don't miss your chance to join the Shell's family. Enroll your child for fall now before it's too late. Shell's Early Learning Center, preparing our future generation.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Don't mistake Nanos for cheap amplifiers. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids, which means no more having to go to a doctor and spend thousands. Nano Hearing Aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Order right now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Get the CoastTV First Alert weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
The Berlin Chamber of Commerce presents the Berlin Fiddlers Convention, Friday, September 20th and Saturday, September 21st. Enjoy live bluegrass music and tons of artists' food and fun. Don't miss the Berlin Fiddlers Convention. More info at berlinchamber.org.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on Coast TV.
Celebrating Hispanic culture in Georgetown as thousands of people gathered to celebrate Central America's Independence Day and the start of Hispanic Heritage Month at the Hispanic Festival 2024. A wide range of vendors, delicious food, live music, and kids entertainment, all part of the festival on North Race Street. Coast TV's sister station, Telemundo Delmarva, was at the event, and even our mascot, Petey the Peacock, made an appearance. The event was all celebrated by many.
I was happy, extremely happy. It was like last year. It was, and many more people. Every day I see, or every year, I see more people coming to town from everywhere, from Wilmington, as far as Wilmington, New York, and places like that, Pennsylvania, people coming here to be together, and so in fellowship.
And this year marks the 30th anniversary of that festival in our area.
And we are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Bob, we're looking at a bit of a breezy day along the coast today.
Yeah, that has been a persistent easterly wind, and that is kicking up the seas as well. Look at this, 5 to 7 foot waves today. Moderate rip current threat, so if you're not a strong swimmer, I'd probably stay out of the water. UV index is moderate. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, more clouds and sun, and temperatures into the 70s. But with that breeze, feeling a little cooler. Lewis to Rehoboth, some sun this morning, otherwise mainly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low to mid 70s. On the Bayside, lots of clouds in Cambridge with mid 70s for you, and similar conditions for Crisfield, maybe a little bit of sun, but a lot of clouds, and then we'll see the rain building in tomorrow with the indirect effects of that tropical system to our south and more rain through the rest of the week. Your forecast details coming up in the next half hour.
Also coming up after the break, holding on to hope. That's what the Stephen Decatur community is doing today as this student is still in the hospital. What police say about the condition of the man accused of hitting him with a motorcycle right before that tragic crash.
Convention Center changes the next step when it comes to paying for an upgrade project in Ocean City and how it could lead to even more events for the town.
And medical waste making it ashore, what beachgoers had to say after a scary sight on shores from Dewey all the way to Assateague. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
Now on CoastTV News.
Contaminated ocean waters, details about the ongoing investigation to figure out how medical waste washed up and down the coast on Sunday.
So far, a dry start to the week for Delmarva, but rain increases for Tuesday with a storm developing off the Carolina coast. I'll break down the impacts for us coming up next.
Targeted by a shooter, the president facing a second assassination attempt in the past 3 months. We have the update on the arrest of the suspect.
Student taken to shock trauma. This Stephen Decatur Jr., Tyler Walsh, dealing with serious injuries after being hit by a motorcycle. What we are learning about the arrest of the man involved.
This is CoastTV News Today.
September 16th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Time is 5:30. You just heard Bob say he is tracking rain for this week, and even I have to admit, my brown grass is looking a little depressing.
Yeah, I think we're all ready for a little bit of rain. I know a lot of people have their gardens and they've been excited about, and now they're not so excited about their gardens because maybe it's not working out the way you wanted.
I know.
So, but Bob, it seems like the rain is making up for lost time for the rest of the week.
It is, guys, and good morning to you. Good morning, Delmarva. And the rain doesn't come today. It actually builds in on Tuesday with a system developing to our south. More on that coming up. But temperature-wise, out the door, under mostly cloudy skies. We're in the 50s and 60s inland areas right now. 64 Millsboro, 58 Salisbury, Seaford 61, but milder 60s to around 70 at the beaches. And that's where the winds are strongest right now, coming out of the east around 15 to 20 miles per hour and gusting over 20 at times. Here's our satellite picture looking at mostly cloudy skies right now, and we have trouble brewing to our south in the form of a potential tropical system. Right now it's called PTC 8, and it could become Helene if it does get more tropical characteristics, but it will be moving into the Carolina coast with rain and wind. We'll feel the indirect effects of that for tomorrow, but today it's mild and muggy and mostly cloudy skies and breezy as well, with mid-70s, low 70s at the beaches with some peaks of sunshine. UV index today, sponsored by Ocean City, is a 3. Believe it or not, you do still need the sunscreen, even though it's a moderate number. And we'll see those lower numbers the next several days with the clouds and rain. But still make sure you have that SPF 30, even though the sun isn't that strong.
Thank you so much, Bob. We're now going to take a live look at the Ocean City beach. According to the town's Facebook page, the ocean there, it is still closed to swimming as emergency services continue to deal with medical waste. It's just one of several beaches still closed that we are continuing to track.
And for more on this developing story, we go to Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber. She's in the newsroom. Elisa, the big question is, how could something like this happen?
Yeah, Matt and Paige, dangerous medical waste like syringes were spotted up and down the coast on Sunday, and this could be seen as far north as Dewey Beach and as far south as Assateague. Assateague Island National Seashore says that the cause of the debris ending up in the water is not clear, and this is actually under investigation in both Maryland and Delaware, and nearly every beach where the debris was found was closed to swimmers. And in Ocean City, authorities actually told beachgoers to wear shoes when they were walking on the sand. And here's what one beachgoer had to say about the scary situation.
I mean, you know, just coming to the beaches is a safe place, you would think, especially for families and just wanting to lay back and have fun, and just to know that, you know, something like that is even possible with the waste and then the dangerousness of the needles.
In Delaware, if you spot the debris, you are urged to contact DENREC's hotline immediately. And again, at this time, there's no known cause as to how this happened. People are truly calling it a mystery. Back to you.
Lisa, thank you for that. You're now looking high above Ocean City. This is seen just moments ago. You can see the traffic's pretty light there on Coastal Highway or in that general area. This is a view from 94th Street, Paige.
Yeah, the convention center is a major draw, of course, there in Ocean City. And to keep it that way, the town's considering some upgrades.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us what those changes would look like and how much they will cost.
The Ocean City Convention Center is a hotspot here along the coast, which is the reason why the town of Ocean City are considering a $4 million investment in a form of bond money to improve the center. Michelle Hausman, a visitor to the area, is all for it.
I think they will make that money back very quickly with everybody coming in from the different states.
So just what's on the table? According to Tom Perlazzo, the director for tourism and business, the roof needs to be replaced, elevators need to be upgraded. They also want to replace the concrete flooring in exhibits A, B, and C to a more multi-purpose flooring suitable for more sporting events.
The convention center has been here since 1972, so over the years we've been gradually trying to improve the facility.
Tonight, the Ocean City Council will be doing their first reading on the expensive and extensive makeover of the convention center.
So it'll be a great step for us here at the convention center to keep us moving and being this economic catalyst for the town of Ocean City.
And Hausman agrees.
I think it would be a great idea because it would bring in, I think, more crowd to Ocean City and boost the economy a little bit because all the sports can be played in there.
If the first reading of the bond ordinance gets approved tonight by the Ocean City Council, it will then go to its second and final reading. I'm Kevin Zappe in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Happening now, Delaware State Police are continuing to investigate reports of card skimmers found at several Sussex County Wawas. According to police, they're looking into 3 reports of skimmers found at the Lewis and Rehoboth Beach Wawas over the weekend. Police say while investigating the claims, there were also reports of skimmers found at Wawas near Millsboro and Dover. Police are saying to stay safe from being a victim of these devices, check for signs of tampering, pull on the card slot and the keypad before you use them, and monitor your accounts for all false transactions.
Stephen Decatur Jr. Tyler Walsh is dealing with serious injuries at a hospital after being hit, nearly killed by a motorcycle in Ocean City. This is a picture of Walsh.
And happening today, the school says emotional and mental health resources will be available for students who are now struggling with this horrible news. Alongside counselors, there's also going to be therapy dogs and a special prayer this morning by the Fellowship of Christian Athletes for Walsh and his family. The school saying Walsh is fighting various medical challenges, and they say it and Walsh's family are appreciative of that support.
Ocean City police confirm Walsh was in a marked crosswalk when he was hit by the motorcycle, causing injuries that were so severe he had to be flown to shock trauma. And we're learning more about this man, the man charged with hitting Walsh. He is 51-year-old Michael Schneider. Police claim Schneider was drunk when he hit the 16-year-old and then rode away. Schneider is in the Worcester County Jail and on no bond, facing a number of charges, including driving under the influence and failing to remain on the scene of an accident.
Happening today, an effort that addresses kayaks being left on the beach grasses in Lewis. They might be ready to move forward. It's a plan to build a storage rack for people who live or own houses along Lewis's beaches. It's going to be presented at tonight's meeting. Supporters hope it'll discourage what we're really looking at right there, and that's kayaks and other items being left on beach grass by building racks that people could place their kayaks on, like what you see right there. Now, here's where there could be some pushback. The plan calls for charging users $75 a year. There could be a vote tonight to move this proposal forward to City Council.
Officials say former President Donald Trump is safe after shots were reportedly fired in his vicinity on Sunday. According to the Trump campaign, gunshots rang out in his vicinity on his golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. A source familiar with the matter told NBC News a person was taken into custody and questioned by local law enforcement, and investigators recovered an AR-style rifle near the scene. Still a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead on Coast TV News today, Bethany Beach Police partner with Sussex Tech. We're telling you how the department says its participation in one of the school's programs will help students with future employment.
Also closing week 2 with home opener. We hear from the Eagles' Jalen Hurts on the new look offense, ready for the first game of the season at the Field.
And routine chore turned risky. We're telling you what led to these farm fires in Millsboro and how first responders say it spread to more than just that tractor. Stick with us on Coast TV News today. Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Transform your backyard into an outdoor oasis at Woodland Sheds in Bishopville, Maryland. Explore 11 acres with over 100 Amish buildings and 7,000 pieces of Amish poly furniture. Walk through our Amish-built sheds, kennels, coops, garages, and even pool houses. Enjoy free shed delivery and rent-to-own sheds with no credit check. We also have portable storage units. Visit us at Woodland Sheds, Route 113, Bishopville.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is now in the Lewis Elementary School parking lot on Savannah Road every Saturday from 9 to noon.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
540 on this breezy and mild Monday morning. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. Ocean City 69, and the bushes were swinging the breezes. There they go as we're seeing this brisk east-northeast wind. 70 from Rehoboth down to Bethany Beach, milder few, but inland we're looking at 50s and 60s right now, and a gusty easterly wind along that coast. Watch out for some coastal flooding, especially at the time of high tide, and we're looking at gusts up to 25 miles per hour. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies right now. We're dry today, but we're watching a potential tropical system to the south affecting the Carolinas, and we'll get the indirect effects of that tomorrow with some rain. Bus stop forecast for the kiddos. They don't need the umbrella. 63 off to school, some sun this morning, and then mainly cloudy this afternoon, breezy 76. Remember, another way to get your forecast is the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
It is harvest season, and one normal chore turned scary in Millsboro. These photos from the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company show where a combine tractor caught fire while in the field in Townsend Road. Firefighters say part of that field caught fire as well.
Week 2 of the NFL season wraps up tonight at the field in South Philadelphia when the Eagles take on the Atlanta Falcons. The Birds, they are flying high after an opening win over the Packers in Brazil last week, in part because of the new running back on the team, Saquon Barkley. He's from Penn State, Paige.
Boo.
Barkley scored 3 touchdowns against the Packers, including hauling in this pass from Jalen Hurts. It's a combination QB1 appreciates.
He's a great player. He's a great player, and we knew what type of player we were getting. And I think from my vantage point, it's exciting to see, just to see him come in and see how he just adds a dimension in terms of how we complement each other.
Eagles look for Hurts to improve on that 50% completion percentage he had against the Packers. It's the Battle of the Birds, Monday Night Football. Eagles, Falcons, kickoff around 8:15. On Sunday in the NFC East, no touchdowns for Washington, 21 points on 7 Austin Seibert field goals. None bigger than this one, coming from 30 yards out as time expires. First win of the season for Washington. First win as Washington head coach for all-time Salisbury University great Dan Quinn. Ravens let the Raiders hang around, and they ended up losing. Daniel Carlson hit a 38-yard field goal with 27 seconds to go. Ravens had 11 penalties for 109 yards. The defending AFC North champs are now 0-2 on the season. And we had a wild end at the NASCAR race at Watkins Glen. Final lap in overtime. Road course ace Shane Van Gisbergen with the lead. Chris Buescher, a little move to get him out of the way and then go in front. Buescher holds on for the win. Neither driver was in the playoffs, but what a finish there. Buescher's 6th career win as NASCAR heads to Bristol next week for the first round cutoff race.
Coming up tonight on DSN at 6 p.m., your game of the night is Stellar Fights 52 Then it's post-time harness racing. At 10:30, it's the final score. Over on DSN Plus at 4, it's girls soccer with James M. Bennett facing Kent Island. At 6, catch that game of the night we mentioned. And finally, at 6:30, you can watch boys soccer with Cape Henlopen facing Hackettstown. Now to some entertainment news. Multiple shows took home multiple honors at the 76th Emmy Awards. Rick Damigella looks at the night's big winners in the Hollywood Minute.
Eben Moss Backrack.
The 76th Emmy Awards saw multiple shows and series taking home multiple awards.
Jeremy Allen White, The Bear.
The Bear came into the evening with 23 nominations, a record for a comedy series in a single year, finishing the night with 11 wins, including first-time nominee and supporting actress winner Liza Colón-Zayas.
And to all the Latinas who are looking at me, keep believing and vote. Vote for your rights.
Jodie Foster.
Another first-time Emmy winner was Jodie Foster, taking home lead actress in a limited or anthology series for True Detective Night Country.
That's just the message, which is love and work equals art.
Baby Reindeer.
More first-time wins came for Baby Reindeer. The Netflix series picked up 11 nominations and 6 wins in its debut season, including Outstanding Limited or Anthology Series.
If Baby Reindeer has proved anything, it's that there's no set formula to this. That you don't need big stars, proven IP, long-running series, catch-all storytelling to have a hit. That really, the only constant across any success in television is good storytelling.
Another first-season success story was Shogun. The FX historical drama took home 18 Emmys from its 25 nominations, including Outstanding Drama Series and Lead Actor for Hiroyuki Sanada.
It was an East meets West dream project with respect. And Shogun taught me that when people work together, we can make miracle. We can create a better future together.
Jean Smart picked up her 6th Emmy Award, bringing her humor on stage after winning lead actress in a comedy series for Hacks.
It's very humbling, it really is, and I appreciate this because I just don't get enough attention. I'm serious.
The Max comedy drama picked up 3 wins from its 16 nominations, including Outstanding Comedy Series, but had little time to celebrate.
We have to go because we start shooting the next season in 5 days. So thank you and good night.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
We're seeing a mild, breezy, muggy Monday morning. Spicer Brothers camp. Visibility pretty good. Warming up a little bit today. Some sun, more clouds than sun. And then we're looking at rain developing on Tuesday with a storm system to our south across the Carolinas right now. I'll detail the impacts for us coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app today.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Did you know there's more than one way to sell your home? If you can wait and want top dollar, use a real estate agent. But if you have tight deadlines, need fast cash, or just want to walk away, you might consider a professional home buyer. In less than 30 days, without making any repairs, waiting on buyer financing, or endless negotiations, your home could be sold. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with socket fan.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV?
or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Don't mistake Nanos for cheap amplifiers. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids, which means no more having to go to a doctor and spend thousands. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Order right now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
It is 5:49 on your Monday morning. We're going to take a live look at Dover, where all seems pretty quiet there, Bob. But, you know, yesterday was absolutely beautiful. A little windy. Seems like that wind going to carry into today.
I think that wind is going to be with us all week long, Paige. And with that, increasing moisture and eventually rain, but not right now. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies to start our Monday. Don't need the umbrella today as we're looking at increasing clouds, but we're watching a developing system off the Carolina coast. And right now, the Hurricane Center is calling this PTC 8. Potential Tropical Cyclone 8, which could eventually become Helene. Right now, it's starting to spin pretty good off the Carolina coast, south of North Carolina, around Myrtle Beach up to Wilmington, getting a lot of rain and wind. And this system is already packing winds of 50 miles per hour. So it very well could become Helene here this morning or early afternoon as this rain is moving inland. But the good news with this system is that it will be tracking inland and not along the coast for us. So we'll get the indirect effects. You can see how it tracks across South and North Carolina the next several days and then winds up by Wednesday afternoon somewhere over western North Carolina. But we'll be feeling the indirect impacts of this system as we go through time. Out the door this morning, 50s and 60s inland, around 70 at the beaches, and those persistent easterly winds starting to pile up the water. Watch for some coastal flooding and some of those low spots during high tide. We're seeing sustained winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting to 25 at Indian River Inlet, and still pretty breezy inland as well. Here's Futurecast this morning. Let's walk you through it. Mostly cloudy skies. We're looking at those breezy conditions continuing. You can see these yellow arrows indicating the strong winds pretty much all day with mostly cloudy skies. That continues into this evening. Overnight, we could see a few showers, and then we move into Tuesday, and we start to see the indirect moisture from that system, I think, later in the day into the evening hours, showing just cloudy on this model here, but I think the showers will be increasing, and then a steady to maybe heavy rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. That's when we have a yellow alert, maybe some local flooding, ponding on the roads, and we see more of those showers as we go into your Wednesday, and some of those could be heavy at times. And even though that system kind of diminishes over land, we'll continue to see unsettled conditions over us basically right through the rest of the week into the upcoming weekend. Rainfall amounts through Tuesday, not all that impressive, but by Wednesday, look at this. A lot of places over 2 inches of rain, and by late in the week, some of us could see upwards of 3 inches of rain with building surface well around 5 to 7 foot waves today through tomorrow into midweek. And then those waves do start to diminish with time. And we do have a coastal flood advisory along the coast, Sussex County, and also back in areas along the Bayside areas too as we go into Tuesday. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Dry today, 76, and then it's upper 70s with rain Tuesday and Wednesday with yellow alerts both days, and then on and off showers end of the week into the weekend. Temperatures cooling from the upper 70s into the lower 70s by Sunday.
Thank you, Bob. Students at Sussex Tech, this story is for you. The Bethany Beach Police Department has partnered with the school in their work-based learning program. Students can be with professionals in their field of study, and this is designed to help students with future employment.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, Menopause Metabolism Boost. We're showing you how women can fight the menopause weight gain some experience as they step into another stage of their life.
Those with medical conditions and seniors are more vulnerable to the heat. To keep our clients and loved ones safe, follow these safety measures. Make sure they drink plenty of water to stay hydrated and wear lightweight, loose-fitting clothing. Keep their home cool or take them to a place with air conditioning. Strenuous activity should be limited and they should eat light, cold foods to keep their body from overheating. To learn more about home wall care services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Home fires are devastating, so confirm right now that your insurance policy will cover today's increased construction costs. Also, do a video walkthrough of your home and belongings. If a fire does occur, your first call should be a locally owned restoration company like Riptide Restoration to secure your property from theft and weather and start working to make your life whole again. Finally, call your insurance company and let them know who you've chosen to work with.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
Save the date for the Meals on Wheels Delaware Beach Brunch presented by Fulton Bank on Sunday, October 13th from 10:30 to 1:30 at the Rehoboth Beach Country Club. Indulge in an upscale brunch paired with handcrafted cocktails, all while overlooking the beautiful bay. Local chefs will delight with hors d'oeuvres and desserts complemented by a range of beverages. Participate in our live and silent auctions featuring exclusive getaways and unique items. For full event details, visit mealsonwheelsde.org. Sponsored by CoastTV.
If someone is in trouble, you do whatever you gotta do to help them. It's a hard job for anyone.
NBC Chicago Med, Fire, and PD. New September 25th. Set your DVR now.
More than 1 million U.S. women experience menopause every year. Those going through it have symptoms like hot flashes, fatigue, and mood changes.
But another big complaint, weight gain. Andy Gaither shows us how to boost metabolism during this stage of life.
It's a natural stage in a woman's life when her menstrual periods stop. Menopause can affect everyone differently, but weight gain is common.
It's true that changing hormones play a part here, but it's worth noting this. Aging by itself is also associated with weight gain.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says research shows that women in their 40s and 50s typically gain about 1.5 pounds per year. But while menopause may be an inevitable part of life, weight gain for those going through it doesn't have to be. If the number on the scale is inching upwards in this stage of life, he says it's probably due to lifestyle changes like becoming sedentary.
One of the best ways to rev up your metabolism in those years is with weighted resistance exercise, 2 to 3 times a week. Muscle burns fat, but around age 30, we begin to lose about 1% of our muscle mass per year. So weighted exercise can help us build back that muscle while also burning calories.
Gupta says to focus on exercise that works major muscle groups, whether that's lifting weights or doing activities like Pilates, aerobics, yoga, even walking is considered weight-bearing exercise.
Whatever workout keeps you moving, that's going to be the right workout for you.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It is now 5:56 this morning, and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Oh, look at this guy. Today's coastal pet of the day is a sweet treat ready for the beach on your screen, I should say. That's Churro. And as you can tell from the cool shades, Churro is ready to take in another beach day while he still can. I get the feeling. Churro was submitted to us by Stacy in Ocean City.
Churro can't go in the water in Ocean City, though.
No.
Sorry, Churro. Hang out on the sand today. All right, we want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos. Tell us what makes your pet so special.
Scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
5:57 now. A quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, a bit of a muggy start for Monday, Bob.
Yeah, muggy, breezy, kind of mild, but dry. Don't need the umbrella today. Here is our day part planner. I think we could see a little bit of sunshine this morning, but really much of the day is cloudy and breezy. Sustained east-northeast winds around 15 miles per hour, gusting over 20, so hang on to your hats. And temperatures into the mid-70s. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Yellow alerts Tuesday and Wednesday for rain, possibly heavy and windy. The indirect effects of that system down in the Carolinas, upper 70s. And then it's unsettled the rest of the week into the weekend with on and off showers and highs into the 70s.
Coming up at 6, medical mystery on Delmarva. Details about the investigation to figure out how medical waste washed up at beaches along the coast.